As the ski and snowboard season kicks off across BC and Canada, new research out of UBC is shedding light on the number of spinal cord injuries that British Columbians are suffering from doing high-risk sports. The research points to mountain biking as the most dangerous sports for these injuries, which often lead to permanent and life-altering paralysis. Dr. Kwon led that research, and he's joining us now. Doctor, thanks for coming in. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
To put it in numbers, how many people are experiencing these life-altering injuries from at least mountain biking to start?
Yeah, so we looked at a period between 2008 and 2022, and we documented 58 individuals who had suffered a spinal cord injury during that period of time, which is a big number. And to put that in perspective, if you compare that to, say, hockey, during that same period of time, 58 mountain bikers with spinal cord injuries, 3 hockey players at the same period of time. So this is a problem that's much bigger than the sport we're all very passionate about.
And particularly since it's so popular here in BC, and particularly at the North Shore.
Yeah.
When you talk about injuries, is there a range, or are they all catastrophic?
Well, I think that by and large, most spinal cord injuries, if you're paralyzed, that's a catastrophic injury. There are different severities, but I'd say probably 2/3 of the individuals at least have the kind of injury that you really don't walk away from. So that's a pretty big change. That's a pretty life-altering injury when that happens. So yeah, for the human impact of that is pretty astonishing when you see that up front.
And when it comes to people hitting the slopes, skiers, snowboarders, backcountry enthusiasts in BC, how dangerous are those sports compared to what we see with mountain biking and others?
Well, it's a good question. I think that there's definitely some inherent risk to that. But when we looked at the numbers, even particularly over the last couple of years, when we accounted for about 21 injuries from mountain biking, spinal cord injuries, we found 3 from skiing and snowboarding. So it certainly appears to us that this is a much bigger issue in mountain biking.
What then is the message that doctors like yourself and other researchers have for people who are engaging in this sport? Because we know it's so popular, and it's a great way to be outdoors.
It is a great way to be outdoors, and I think that it's gaining popularity. I think that we really would like to engage the stakeholders, the mountain biking community, the mountain biking parks. We think even the health authorities to be involved in really a dialogue about what can we do to improve the safety. And I think that really has to be a collaborative initiative that because I think we all have a shared interest in actually having this be as safe as possible. And as a world-leading area for mountain biking, I think we should be a world-leading area for the safety in that sport. And I think that there's a lot that we could probably do. There's probably a lot that we still need to understand about what is actually causing some of these injuries. But I think by bringing these stakeholders together, we can actually go forward in a meaningful way to institute some preventative measures to make it safer.
All right. Dr. Kwon, we appreciate your time and your research. Thanks very much for joining us.
Thanks very much for having me.